everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Saturday. Welcome to your weekend. I hope you're having a cozy and warm one. I hope all of your structures and features are intact. And welcome back to my stream. I have good news, at least for me. My normal neighborhood, my regular one, my guild neighborhood, has picked an endeavor, and we are doing the Grummels. So I am becoming a friend of the Grummels. I spent a good chunk of time doing this last night, and I am currently obsessed. I understand and take it that this is not something you're meant to really know life in groups of 1 or 2 people, but this one seems to be a bit easier, perhaps because my neighborhood is not very full. My guild is still very slowly trickling back from break, so there's not that many of us there yet. So maybe that's helping it weight an individual's contributions a bit more heavily. I'd love to force it up to the first milestone to unlock some more items. That's kind of what I'm up to. Yesterday I did a lot of everything, really. So I'm gonna just kind of fish through and find things that look like they would be good and keep at them. We're gonna track herbs, minerals, and lumber, and I don't see lumber tracking yet, so I think I need to learn my hatchet over here. There we go. Track lumber, herbs, and minerals. Very good. I think he maybe needs a single button assistant because he's a boom kid, but he doesn't know how. Farmhood is that add-on. That's the one. So the Endeavor is monthly. The reason why this month is a little longer than a month, why we've got 37, 36 days on it, is just to do with the length of the pre-patch. Going forward after this one in Midnight, they should be basically once a month. And they will be either randomly selected in a public neighborhood, or if it's a community or a guild neighborhood, whoever's in charge can select the Endeavor. Get some good hot chocolate, settle in for a day, coffee. I'm going to have some coffee shortly. Cold makes so much tea all day long to stay warm. Kind of have been obsessed with this. It kind of reminds me a little bit of how fun it was. Here, let me track what I'm actually working on. I'm working on harvesting lumber, as well as the resource gathering. I hadn't really been doing that because my priest didn't have mining or herbing, so that's what we're about right now. If assuming I don't die here. These guys are mean and bullying me. My priest was doing fine out here. It is scaled to 80, but I guess my priest is in main gear. This guy is item level 70, which seems really low. It is. He's wearing a Heart of Azeroth and a bunch of stuff that did not scale up very much. Maybe that's part of my problem. Perhaps I should find a more geared character. And is that really all that he's wearing? That's all I got. That's sad. I might be able to get upgrades out here. Goodness gracious. Oh dear. I don't know if that's gonna work for me. The mobs are level 80 because they've been scaling the zone of your active endeavor up to level cap so that the content is puts up a tiny bit of a fight. Which is more of a fight than I guess I was expecting. I thought that this character had more gear. The squish has really done a number on my perception of how much gear is a lot of gear. But I bought the coffee stuff is decor that you get from the Grummels. Their whole thing is coffee. Or as they say, kaffa, but potato. The final in milestone reward is a crazy espresso machine, but there's also grinders. The first level is mugs. I already bought everything on the first level. I could go back actually to my Horde neighborhood, transfer some coupons, and shop from the first level of the Niffin endeavor that I was working on yesterday. It doesn't seem like it's really gotten much farther along than it was before, but I could at least buy the stuff that's open on the first level. Might be worth spending some undercoin to gear up. Oh. Undercoins, yes. Yeah. I have to think about what we're gonna do about this. I had not anticipated this to become a problem. They do hurt. They do hurt. If I'm gonna do any more questing in the zone or any running of the old instances, I'm happy to do that on my priest. I was doing that last night and that was working fine. I didn't really want to gear any characters up in pre-patch until the actual pre-patch event hit. This week is like a weird, funny week. Because genuinely next week, days from today, we're getting the pre-patch event, which is going to involve some gear catch-up. So it just feels so bad to try to gear up now. Is the heirloom gear going to be past what this is? Maybe. It wasn't before, but maybe now with the way that they've done things. Let me have a look. If I can even find it. Thank you so much. Collections, heirlooms. No, not better. Well, maybe a little better. That's upsetting. Depending on the slot. Oh, you know what it is? He has his speed set on. But does he have a set that's not his speed set? That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe this guy should retire. Maybe this is not the right character. It's not hard to bring a character out to start working on these objectives, and your progress is shared across characters. So it's not like I'm committed to finishing anything on this guy. He could maybe go home and save himself from certain death. And I could find somebody different who's wearing more than that in level 70. Why spend undercoin on gear when you can spend it on Mog? My thoughts exactly. Although, am I going to spend it on Mog? I don't know. We'll see. I felt a little bit disheartened at the thought that I wasn't caught up, but I was getting closer to caught up in decor before this week, and now with all the endeavors, I feel like I'm much farther behind. I'm sure we'll get there. All I can do is my best. I guess I don't want to feel like I have to... 26, 28... I don't want to feel like I have to, like, fish for neighborhoods for like, finished endeavors to shop from, but I may have to. That may be what it turns into. That's probably an activity better save for later in the month when people might actually be finished more endeavors. I feel like right now there are certainly some communities that are finished, but it's early. It's very early. Let's do... It's hard. I don't want to get in combat with anything because it's such a drama. All the cheesiness of endeavors has demotivated me. Yeah. First glance, I like the spread of activities. I find it fun that you can kind of go out in the zone. You can do some old content. I love an excuse to run an old raid. I was running Mogashan Vaults last night because that was by far the chunkiest bit of coupons and experience and stuff that was available to me. I'm not convinced that I might win. Oh yeah, we're winning. We're fine. Love an excuse to run an old raid because I was also getting Mog and stuff, but I don't know if it would have occurred to me. I was getting weapon Mog, mind you. I am gonna die, aren't I? Okay, Barnacles, why don't you just take a breather and some res sickness and just go home? It's okay, buddy. We won't judge you. My house level is 7. Wow. Isn't that something? 7 in a chunk. I got it leveled up a little bit since yesterday because of Endeavor tasks. Those give a decent amount of XP. The XP that you can get for them is ultimately capped per month. I'm probably getting close to hitting experience cap, but I don't think I'm quite there yet. There were already reasons to run old raids. But I like having another one. Feels good. Wondering if the design intent is that we max out every Endeavor each month or if we're supposed to be working on it as more of a long-term thing. I would be surprised if they retained progress. I guess I don't know. But like if your guild eventually selects the same one again, is it going to retain your progress or is it just going to start you over? I think that you are supposed to fill them out over the month. I think this first month is just going to be wonky because a lot of guilds and neighborhoods have people that are inactive waiting for the actual expansion to come out. So I don't think you have as many people working on it as you normally would expect to. Although I do think that one of the big problems they're going to have to overcome with housing is figure out how to account for abandoned houses and how to make things not just feel completely dead. Because people are going to make houses and then log off for years. And I know it can, like, yoink your stuff, like, save your loadout, but not save your plot after a certain point. And in a public neighborhood, maybe there's a timer on that. A lot of public neighborhoods I've seen are kind of consistently like half or less full, with even fewer of those people being active. Doug the Merce, thank you very much for the 5-month resub. Appreciate it. Thanks, Doug. How do you recommend leveling up? Leveling up your house or leveling up in like levels? Like a new character. Finally logged in. Kind of set up my UI. Worked in my home. Outdoor area, I'd say 70% there. Nice. People aren't running Mythic Plus and Raid. Yeah. Those objectives aren't weighted very heavily in the thing relative to how much credit they give for going to like your Endeavor zone and doing stuff. But I think that they're supposed to make up for it in volume because those are things that people would be doing regardless. So yeah, I think that's definitely part of it. I also think that I'm in a hurry because I'm impatient and I'm excited. So of course I see a bar and I want to fill it, and I'm not really accounting for what a month is supposed to take and feel like. Okay, so I want to find a character that has maybe more gear and urban mining. Doesn't have to be a druid. This one might, and this might. See what his item level is when we log into him. Wish I could sort the tasks by points. Yeah. Leveling up the house. So doing Endeavor tasks is good until it stops giving you experience. It's basically the only ways to get experience are to either do Endeavor tasks or to collect decor. For decor collecting, I've been using an add-on called Homebound to give me a nice big list of what I am missing and where it comes from and what it looks like. So I've been collecting decor from things like class order halls and from things like professions and quests and whatnot. It'll give you a big list of stuff you can do. Quest achievements there. There's some PvP achievements. These are Legion order hall things to get, and every new piece of decor you get is going to give you some XP. This guy, yeah, 116. Okay, so this guy has more health. I understand that eventually they're going to give me a freebie mog, but for right now it's about 500 gold to fix this, and I can't walk around looking like this. So we're going to save at least one set for Anthas. I don't know which one. Maybe one of these guys. Something. He's got to be wearing something. Saga, thank you very much for the 63-month resub. Welcome back. Oh boy. They're lurking a little bit, but hi. Hi. Like that it gives you a preview of the decor. I like that, and I like that it can tell you what the materials are. If it's a... I like that it can tell you what the materials are. Yeah, this is good. This is good. He's got a two-handed weapon, though, so... Let's pick him out. Am I wearing a one-hander or am I wearing... I'm wearing a two-hander. I want this one. Yeah, that's better. And then I don't want to do any of that. It's 850 gold, but I'll take it. It's worth it. He looks a little better now. Oh, that guy named Jance, thank you very much for the 24-month resub. 2 whole years. That's actually crazy. How you doing? You been playing any more WoW, or are you playing other games while you wait for midnight to come out? Ancient Mana from Remix ported over, did all my shopping. Nice. Yeah, I think the currencies held. Anything that was not in your bags but was in your currency tab, I think held, because I've been able to pilfer order resources from my remix tunes. That's been good. Oh yeah, that's right. I commissioned myself something to get some, I couldn't remember what that was. It was to get tailoring points, I guess. Yeah, this is our neighborhood. We got a couple more people moved in. We've got a couple people popping up here and there. People moving around their plots. I'm gonna head back out to Kunlai and see. I guess I don't know if I have the right herbalism and mining training, but it probably won't matter. I think we'll be fine. Oh yeah, before I go, we can look at some of the stuff in the vendors. The Grummel Endeavor is very cute. You are making coffee and giving it to sleepy people. I took great pleasure at doing this late last night because I thought, you should be sleepy, and here I am ruining it. You can collect lucky dues, and you can do like a little supply run on a yak, and then you can climb up a wall and then fly an over-caffeinated griffin to tire it out. It's all very cute. For now, I want to head out. I guess I'm a rep paladin right now, right? Yeah, give me starter talents. This is what I'm doing with all my characters, is just taking starter talents, sticking one button on the bar, and then calling it good enough. Lots of hosen in the questing areas. There's a repeatable quest that I got to, because I was questing, because that was kind of doing a 2-for-1. There's a repeatable quest where you get on a really big yeti, and you kill 100 hosen, and they count, so that will repeat that objective 5 times. I did that twice, so I have big diminishing returns on the hosen deaths now. It's like a vehicle quest where you're jumping around and stuff. But even up to that point, I was getting lots of hosen killed just in the camps and in the questing I was doing. I'm here looking for my single button assistant. Oh, I have it on my bar already. We're all set. Dabbling in WoW since pre-patch. Lots of other games still, though. It was fun getting my UI right, messing around with rotations a bit. Nice. Working mailboxes are now in. They're crafted, I think, largely. I don't know if there's any that aren't crafted. Coda Base Camp is the area where the Jumpy Stompy quest is. I'm here specifically to be tracking herbs, minerals. I'm gonna go grab an axe, actually, because I'm gonna want to pick up lumber, too. It would be better on a druid, but what are you gonna do? I'm glad that we don't have to carry around the axe anymore, and I'm glad that we have toggleable lumber tracking on the minimap. Better late than never. So they moved the lumber person. They stuck her over by they stuck her over by... Oh, over here. Okay. Was it not up here? It was not. All right. Hi. And now I can find lumber. Perfect. Fish, lumber, herbs, and minerals. So I'm tracking. I want to work on gathering, because I didn't do too much of that last night. So that I still have some diminishing returns left on the lumber harvest. I haven't finished harvesting lumber or gathering resources. So there's a chunk of credit available. It seems like they won't give you like a number. I'm sure someone's cooking up an add-on that will tell you the actual credit number and then the amount. Maybe they think it would be demoralizing if you saw that you needed like 10,000 credit to fill the darn thing up. But for now, have a little coffee, do a little gathering, maybe get to Mogashan Vault's run later in the day. It does seem like your diminishing returns across Endeavor tasks is account-wide. So if you do a task 5 times in your main and you log onto an alt, it's still going to be like you're doing it for the 6th time. But I think there's still some value in alts, especially for the sake of like raid lockouts. Because if you want to repeat a raid, you might need another lockout if you want to do the boss's task, which is one of the highest rewarded ones anyway. Thought it was attached to the neighborhood. I believe it is per character. Flappy and I were both working on it. It seemed like we had separate diminishing returns. I'm pretty sure your diminishing returns is personal. Morning. Good morning, Wolfcloud. How you doing? Got my coffee and a banana chocolate chip muffin. Once my WoW is updated, the grind begins. Nice. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna show some of the decor. I guess I can go here. They don't have a Grummel section here. What if I just search for kaffa? There we go. So there's a coffee bean sack. There's an open coffee sack. There's this grinder. Amazing. Need that. There's a table. I have the mug, the sack, and then another mug. These, I feel like I could get a bunch of those. Those are cheap, thankfully. I'm going to need a lot of that. There's also a creamer, a press, and then in the last one, you have this refinery. There's also like an espresso machine. Yeah, Dalaran espresso machine. Tell me you don't need this. Look at it. Look at the pressure nozzle going. The pressure, what would you call that? Meter? Not a nodule or a nozzle. That's not right. Anyways, it's cute. And it's cute and I want it. Gauge. Thank you. Clearly I need more of the espresso. The coffee items are associated with the Grummel Endeavor. So if your neighborhood doesn't have one, you would visit a neighborhood that does have one. You can shop on their vendor. So we are doing herbs or, well, maybe not skins. Although skins would be an interesting way to do this. I was wondering if this is going to actually drive down the prices a little bit of some of the crafted items because people are, here we go. So I got some house XP and I got some coupons because I just finished the lumber one. I got 50 XP and I got 10 coupons. And if I do it again, because you can repeat these, if I do it again, it's still 50 XP and 10 coupons. Sometimes they let you repeat it for full marks a couple times and then the diminishing returns start kicking in. Yeah, my guild set up their Endeavours, so I'm working on that now. I've pivoted to working on the main one. If I somehow finished it, which would be crazy, I would, or I guess if I reached a point where my diminishing returns were so aggressive I felt like I was just not getting anywhere, then I might work on the public neighborhood one, but it didn't look like much was happening there. I thought I heard something during development about Endeavours scaling. I don't know to what degree that's effective yet. I think it's probably something they'll refine over time. I think there's definitely going to be an element of group project where a couple of people are going to do a lot of the lifting. And a lot of people don't care. Like, nobody should be made to do this if they didn't care about housing in the first place, right? Like, it's not a responsibility. It's just a thing that you can do. You will have better mileage if you live in a community of other people that are also into housing. I am not an admin, no. I don't know if that's fixed yet. That was not working for a while. Also, I don't even know if I would be considered. I was just brainstorming. I don't know. I don't even know if I would want to do it. What do we have to do in pre-patch? The event starts next week, so there'll be some content and catch-up gear and catch-up leveling and whatnot to do starting next week. Right now, they just added this content that I'm doing now. They just added Endeavours to neighborhoods, so there's lots of stuff you can do to collect more decor, get some more decor shopping opportunities, and collect currency to spend on the decor. Invitations to the Prog Raid are contingent on getting 100 lucky dues. Gotta do your part. I was wondering if someone's gonna make an add-on that at the end of the month blasts out how much progress towards the Endeavor various community members contributed, so that you can shout out or shame people for having absolutely no life. If you're alone in a neighborhood, you're gonna have a tough time. This is not content that is designed to be done by yourself. Which is it just is what it is. There's lots of stuff in WoW that's for one person alone, and this is not one of them. Yeah, that add-on is Farm HUD. Also, this guy seems to be doing much better. 116 seems to be substantially better than 80 item level wise. He's still not as good as my priest. I don't know what her item level is, but he's doing better here. I came here because I wanted to pick this. We need something to show how far along our endeavors are in the bar. You mean like a number? Because like the bar shows how far the bar along is, because that's what the bar does. You can use Vamoos's Endeavours add-on. Oh. I wonder if there's a reason that Blizzard didn't... Uh-oh. I think I might be DCing. Take a deep breath. Have some coffee. I wonder if there's a reason why they didn't do a number by default, and I wonder if it's that the number is demoralizing. I wonder if the number just kind of takes the wind out of your sails. Yeah, this is the Grummel Endeavor. Both my neighborhoods have the same one. You can toggle which one you have active in the housing interface. So you can choose which one you're helping to progress. I would just pick whichever one's winning. I would just help work on whichever one has more people pushing it and has a higher bar. I think the diminishing returns need some tweaking. Maybe. It's tough to kind of say how this is gonna feel later on, because we're in such a weird, like, people have so much, or at least I have so much gas for this right now. So any sort of like limiting factor is gonna feel really throttling, whereas those might be good design choices for the environment in which this is generally gonna live, because this is a thing that we're gonna have going on not just in Midnight, but like in general. And I think right now it's just we've got like a lot of enthusiasm from a couple of people, and then a lot of not being logged in from a bunch of people just in general throughout the game. And it's making for some weird situations. And I think they're probably going to just like wait and see a bit and see how Endeavours feel and how progress looks in Midnight. House leveling take a long time? Yeah, it's not fast. It's not something you're supposed to just rush. You don't like necessarily need to have a high level house to do, like, to get started. Leveling your house is going to unlock some stuff. Different sized exteriors. It's going to increase your budget, but you can go pretty hard with like your basic level 1 house. It doesn't seem like something that you super need to rush, especially because there's caps as well. Like it's only going to go up to 9 for now. 10 is coming soon. 10 isn't even in yet. Yeah, there are... At the bottom, you have things like tasks to do, delves, Mythic Plus, raid bosses. So doing like a guild raid is going to get some progress because of the amount of people that are doing it. The actual amount of progress, I think this number in the green flag is how much bar progress it is. Pretty minimal compared to something like doing, I think it was like 150 the first time I did 5 bosses out here. But, like I said, it's going to be scaled by the number of people that do it. So an active guild, or any active community, especially if you have like 50 people out there, it's going to go pretty far. Do I have auto loot on? Why am I struggling with that? For today, what I would love to do is get this up to the first milestone, to unlock some new stuff on the vendor. I think that would be really fun. I guess I'd also like to do, not everything once, but like kind of push most of the doable tasks to the point of diminishing returns. I do have auto loot on. Maybe I'm just a bit laggy. My MS is not bad. Picked a house plot, went through neighborhoods until I could get it, so I ended up in kind of a lonely neighborhood. Yeah, and I think there may be some amount of that where like the less desirable plots may not ever really get taken up on some public neighborhoods. I don't know if it's going to be in their nature to be full, but it should scale. It should scale and account for that. My horde house, here we can toggle to that Endeavor so you can see it, is much less progressed on the Endeavor. And the actual the map has like more people living in it than my guild neighborhood, but I think some people are active. This poor person's trying to solo it. And you have different Endeavor tasks. So your diminishing returns are going to be separate, it looks like. They're going to be separate to each Endeavor. So you could work on both of them. You could grind one of them until you hit DR, and then you could switch to the other one and do tasks for that. Shows the Endeavor bars 1,000 being the max. Shows your diminishing returns, points, tickets. All right, let me load it up, and I will take a look at it. Also, I've got some add-on updates to run. Oof. So how's the weather where you are this weekend? Open question. We are a little chilly, a little frosty, but nothing to complain about in the grand scheme of things. I think the rest of the continent's going to be doing a lot worse. I know there's a storm coming. I don't really know when. I'm going to get Vamoose. Vamoose's Endeavours. Oh, only 3.8k downloads. This is early. And then we'll reload. Wow. Frozen hellscape. Not leaving the warm, cozy apartment today. It hit negative 15. Chilly. Oh, man. I left a dog water. I'm not close to negative 15, but I left a dog water bowl out overnight. And in the morning, I tapped a big puck of ice out of it. It was frozen solid. 12 to 18 inches of snow, upstate New York. Fine, because I'm hungover. Negative 20 Celsius, about to get 15 inches. Negative 15, negative 26 last night. Negative 25 feels like negative 36. Good time to have a warm house. How are we doing? Oh yeah, my tracking failed because I toggled some stuff off. I want to track the resource gathering and the lumber. Oh yeah, and I want to try Vamoose. /VE. Here, let's go find a... Oh, hang on. I need to go find a quiet place to look at this. Grateful for my warm house and tea. Cold weather advisory in northern New England feels like negative 45. Is that getting to the territory where you can go outside the spit and it's going to be an icicle before it hits the ground? It's a lot of themes. Sorry. It's just like a toggle. I'm gonna get back to... Oh no, I clicked past the one I wanted. Sorry, screen flashing. I need to slow down. I want that one. Okay. Okay, so it says that we are 4 carbon, 210 of 1,000. Can I make this bigger? This is really small. Ah, I closed it. This is Vamoose's Endeavours. Ah, it does give rankings. That's funny. I'm winning for now. It has an activity list. You can change font size. Ooh, okay. Config. Here we go. Minimap button. Yeah. Theme. Oh, there's a theme drop down here. Okay. Font. No. Yeah, that's a little better. That's a little better too. There we go. There we go. Make it a little bigger. Life's too short to be squinting. I think I like greater opacity. I'm glad some people like math and will engage in it for fun on their days off. So those are the tasks that have been done the most. This is the recent activity. Those are the rankings. And that's the overall endeavor. So you can sort by coupons or you can sort by XP. I'm assuming XP is going to be a good analog for endeavor progress. Because those are the only two sorts I have. Guild is halfway to milestone 2, looks like. Oh, nice. I'm not that person. Hate man. Despite this very cold weather, still have an iced coffee. Madman. So, I guess the best thing to do is sort it by XP, start at the top, and work your way down. So resources and lumber are not bad. Those are definitely up here. Honor kills can bite me. We're not doing that. Yeah, and then bosses. All right. Okay. RTS Planner, thank you for the 66-month resub. Appreciate it. I can't judge anyone for drinking an iced coffee in really cold weather. I would never do it, but I am known to drink hot tea and hot coffee in very hot weather. I'll wake up extra early just to do it. I have I have the capacity to drink like hot cups of tea even when it is like approaching 30 degrees. Do like milkshakes when it's cold. I mean, milkshakes are delicious anytime, but if I'm gonna drink a milkshake and it's gonna be cold or any kind of cold drink, I have to have a plan for how to counteract that chill. Otherwise, it sets into my core and then I can't get it out. Heated blanket works good. It's better than double fisting beverages. It can be kind of confusing to have a milkshake and a tea. Below freezing here, I'm drinking ice water so I can relate. So I want to do the resources and the lumber. And then I think I want to do another round of the raid. Only hot tea, even in summer. Tried cold tea, will never try it again. Iced coffee is pretty easy to make at home with like a cold brew carafe. It's basically like making tea, but in coffee form. Iced tea is harder to get right without having it be bitter or like bad. I'm more of a hot tea kind of person. The Endeavour add-on is called Vamoose's Endeavours. I don't have it on my list yet. I only just installed it. Maybe I should go do the maybe I should go run the raid again. I guess I can see we're about halfway through a repeat of the resource gathering. We're only 16 to 60 bamboo lumber through. Although it'll be nice to have a nice big stockpile of bamboo lumber. Well, somewhat fixed. Put inside drywall and stuff up. Never fixed the exterior. Oh, they have you guys back in there already? Oh, God. Losing all of our heat to the wall. Ooh. That really sucks. I wonder what you even do. I mean, aside from ultimately move. Tack a blanket up or something to kind of help bolster the insulation from the inside. Yeah, it's cold. This is not the good time for that. That sucks. Get this one. One thing I want to work on is doing some more of the tasks. I guess the tasks around the neighborhood aren't really as rewarding as the ones out here, but if I hit diminishing returns, they might be. I wonder if your DR resets week to week, or if it's just permanent for the Endeavour. Like, if you've done your task for the month, you're done. I also never really got to the bottom of the Niffin tasks around the neighborhood. I was doing the bee pollinating thing, but I know there's other stuff, and I feel like it would do me good to learn it. Cold here? 1 degree will be 5 tomorrow. Try the blankets. That should help some. Yeah. I mean, anything in a pinch. Anything that makes, like, pockets of air. Even styrofoam or bubble wrap or something wouldn't hurt if you had any extra around, but whatever you got. We have a new space heater, just got it. Nice. More bees! How many bee colonies does Blizzard want us to save? Oh, these are not real herbs. These are kaffa berries, which also have objectives. You can eat those for an objective too. Grumbles is so much easier than Niff, and it would be nice to have DFLFR. Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to do the I guess in a group is how you're supposed to do the Aberrus thing. Mob had amazing music. I tried to do it on normal and it was not happening. It was not going well. Get a handful of people that were geared before the squish and maybe. Let's get out of here. 53 of 100. Yeah, I might start working my way up to Mogashan Vaults. Should be able to do a run of that. Pick Niffin sucks to try and level. Niffin is my horde house endeavor, and it was going very slowly. It was not happening in a hurry. I did Researchers Under Fire, and that was good. That was a chunk of coupons and stuff. But it really helped set the tone for how many coupons I should expect. I got very excited when I came out here and I just ran Mogashan Vaults as old content and got 33 coupons for 5 bosses. It was a good time. I thought everything was going to give me 3 at a time. Pre-patch event starts next week. Jacob, thank you very much for the 54-month resub. Appreciate it. Endeavor tasks have diminishing returns. Yeah, you'll get a little bit less progress for repeats of them down to a certain point. Some of them will give full credit for a few repeats and then DR will kick in. My neighborhood has Drakthir visitors, and I've been back to the Forbidden Reach. I got 10 people to do Mythic Aberrus last night. Nice. That was probably really good credit. Last 2 bosses need to do some mechanics. Everything else was easy. With 10 people? How are we doing on sub-goal to meet partner? I'm not quite sure. I think... I kind of thought I was a partner, but I know there's a point where they give you a more favorable split that I sometimes dance around. Wish these Endeavor activities were less repeatable, more rewarding. You know what class you're playing? Probably Priest. My main's been Holy Priest for a while. I'm going to give that a really good go and try and stick it out through the changes and see how it feels in Mythic Plus and Raid and whatnot. So Shadow for questing and Holy Priest for Mythic Plus and Raid. And then I'll have some alts, you know. There's going to be a Druid floating around. I might try some Resto Druid. I'm going to do some Hunter, certainly. Oh, meant to meet my partner. Oh. I was like, I think I am a Twitch partner. I think. You could tell me they took it away and I would begrudgingly believe you. Yeah, no, we didn't have one of those. We're not like... We're not opposed to it. I just think it hasn't really come up yet. He's around. Hi, Hazel. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. No, each Endeavor has their own separate diminishing returns. They have separate tasks, generally. They'll take place in different zones. I don't know what happens if you have the same Endeavor twice. That's a good question. I would hope it would still be separate diminishing returns, but it would be a bit funny, wouldn't it? Am I gonna make it? Yeah, actually I am. Surprised that he's living this long. Last time he only lived for like 2 globals. This has a credit too. The 1,000 would be 1,000 points to fill the bar. I think this number here is how many points a given task gives. So it's not doing 1,000 different tasks. That would be only if they were worth 1 point each. Not 100% sure though. Yeah, that would be crazy. However, bear in mind, I might be misunderstanding. So I got 4 coupons, 19 house XP for that one. I'm not too worried about my own house XP. I'm mainly worried about pushing the actual Endeavor bar. That's what I'm mostly focused on right now. Let's go do MSV. Don't think it gives 50. That would be faster. Yeah, maybe. But, like, what else would that number be? Because, like, this Hosen one, it says 25 house XP, 5 coupons. And then the green number is 5. This one, the green number is 50, and it's 50 house XP and 10 coupons. This number is 40, whereas the house XP is 50, the coupons is 10. So it can't possibly be XP or coupons. It doesn't track with either of them. It's got to be something else. Maybe it's an analog? It's weird though, right? Because we're at 212 of 1,000. I guess what I can do is I can see... I wonder if this number on the right-hand side of the Endeavor encounter is the actual progress. I wonder if I just did 2 points for Shaw of Anger. Yeah. So that begs the question of what the number on the green flag is. If it's not progress, and it's not coupons, and it's not house XP, what is it? Oh, dear. It's not coupons. One faction neighborhood still 54 or 500. Nice. The 500 coupons is just how many you can hold. per character. It's just a currency limit. I have... How many coupons do I have right now? I have some on this character. 14 on this character, but if I look at the transfer, I have 162 on my main and another 55 on a druid. And then Boffin has 3. Start of your paladin phase? No. Nah, it's just an elf that I picked to do this on. I don't think Mogushan can be ran on multiple difficulties, because I tried last night and it kept being not reset. I ended up spamming normal Shadowpan Monastery instead, the dungeon, to get more boss kill credits. Priest forever? Maybe. A couple months ago I would have said yes. Probably Priest forever. I'm just a little skeptical. I guess we'll see. I'm a little worried that I'm going to get into the first season of Midnight and I'm just going to be really bored. But maybe not. Maybe it'll be fine. Green number base house XP you get before diminishing returns? Yeah, maybe. It's weird that it doesn't update when diminishing returns kick in, though. Yeah, that might be what it is. Why would I be bored? Because they took all my toys out of it. They took all of my buttons and then they left me with Fisher Price Priest. One of the main things that are not explicitly explained by the in-game Endeavor UI. Repeated completions of a certain task will eventually floor at 0 progress points. Yeah. Leads to more decor anyway. Yeah, but I can get decor playing anything. And I like decor, but during the season I also like to feel satisfied and fulfilled playing my main class and progressing and raid and keys. It'll depend, I guess, on how equipped I feel to meet the challenges. Doesn't really feel like priest. No offensive dispel. Bubble. I don't really need bubble as a holy priest. Kind of miss the offensive dispel. Higher number, more progress. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like they could do a lot of work on the UI. But also, I think or maybe I'm overthinking something that is not meant to be taken it's not meant to be focused on this much. It's kind of like the trading post. I'm taking it too seriously. I'm doing too much. Hi, Damon. How you doing? Body and soul feather feels weird to put down. I think that maybe when Midnight comes out, I'm going to be busy with other stuff and I won't be so worried about exactly how much Endeavor progress. You know, especially because no one person is supposed to be, or indeed is. I don't want to make it sound like I'm the only one doing it. My guild is working on it. There are people that are hard at work, and also it's all optional. This is all cosmetic. It's not that serious. But like, it's not something that any one person should be that concerned about how much progress is being made, because it's supposed to be kind of like a group thing. The only thing I saw that they took out of my Boomy was my instant 30% heal, which I'll miss dearly, otherwise feel like it hasn't much changed. Yeah, I'm curious if the DR is on a weekly reset. I wouldn't mind. I would like that. Otherwise, I'm going to reach a point where there's really nothing more I can do in a month. Yeah, I think I reached a point with Killhosen where it's not giving me any more credit for them. I've done it 13 times. It says that the green value is 5. I don't think it's gonna... I'm pretty sure it doesn't even give me 5 coupons anymore. I think it... I don't know. I think it's not shown great. You can do endeavors in both your Horde and Alliance neighborhood. A given character can only contribute to one at a time. Whether or not you want to do that's kind of up to you and how much loyalty you feel to both neighborhoods, and whether or not you want to, whether or not you really want what both endeavors are offering. I think that endeavors are going to be around for a long time. This is not going to be our only crack at them. There's going to be opportunity. There may come a point where people are less worried about leveling the endeavors because most people that were serious about it kind of already got everything from the available endeavors, and only when they release and unroll new ones. Clips changed to Boomy is massive. I hate that it's now a button instead of a passive buff proc by casts. Yeah, stuff you unlock will be available across both. And you could never do any, well, no, you would need to do some, I was going to say. You could just do enough Endeavor to get your coupons that you want to go shopping with, and then you could just tour other neighborhoods and shop off of their vendors. If your neighborhood doesn't get anything done, you can go visit a friend and shop at their vendors if they've unlocked stuff. You need to do Endeavor tasks to get coupons to spend, but beyond that, you don't need to actually finish the vendors on your server in order to buy things. You just need to find a neighborhood where they're done. Which later in the month I think is going to be easier. Need more friends, maybe. It might be possible to just kind of like tour random house finder neighborhoods and find like a random one that like did it, especially late in the month. Some of them may be complete. You just like visit a neighborhood as though you're going to move there, and then you don't move there and you just shop on the vendor. Doesn't cost them anything. Looking custom group finder, posting maxed out neighborhoods. Ooh. Looking for Horde neighborhood. Will pay 10k, must have midnight. Level 2 Grummel. That's funny, people are posting, I mean, level 2 is still pretty good. Level 3 is capped. One who did Mechagon and Consortium with multiple accounts saw their group a lot. You get a chest with 250 housing XP. And some coupons. I'm not too fussed about housing XP. I think I'm going to be capped more often than not. I think it's going to come. I think housing XP is going to happen over time. Single HP resource bar in the middle of the screen. There is something called the personal resource display. That is a setting and not an add-on that it may have been. There's lots of add-ons that will do it, but try enabling your personal resource display and see if that's what you had in mind. It's also something you should be able to move around with edit mode now. Shocked how many people already almost have the Endeavor bar filled. They're not people that I know. Mine is where I am really hoping we can get to milestone 1. I'm working hard on that. And Grummel seems like a pretty brute forceable one too. I think some of them are harder. Not even close to unlocking the first 2 rewards. Way too slow. Are you the only person working on it? They seem tuned for groups to do together. One thing I kind of like about it is it reminds me of back when they first added guild achievements. And that feeling that you could log on and you could work on something for your guild. You know, you're killing critters or you're leveling characters for classy or whatever. And this idea that, like, you're gonna, I don't know, log on while people are offline and, like, contribute something that people will log on later and find out that you did. I like that, and I kind of missed that feeling from guild achievements, and that's exactly what I get from Endeavors. Yeah, we only just started our Endeavor yesterday. It's pre-patched though. Like, it's normal for a lot of people to not be playing. It's gonna be kind of a weird time. I got a shield transmog. Milestone 2 Niffin can put up for Alliance right now if people are desperate. Big Fire, thanks for the 72-month resub. Taking me a bit of time to get used to all of the reduced spells. Yeah. 37 days to go also. Yeah, there's that. I am well aware that I have like no patience with this. I see bar, I want to fill bar. They need to jingle the keys of releasing other content for me to like stop no-lifing this. I don't think it's meant to be no-lifed. Well, what are you gonna do? Full bar, happy bar. We all want happy bar. I think a bunch of people are gonna log in right before midnight and be like, oh wow, there's vendors here. That's nice. Are those free? Finally got my Mage Tower spellbook. Healing one almost ended my sanity. Thought this was World of No Life Craft. Grats on the spellbook. So they're guessing that I've earned 632. So I'm not at the cap yet. 1,000 is supposed to be your cap of house XP from Endeavours per month. Got Hive Mind on Wednesday. First group in 3 years. Congratulations. That one is such a project. Cap is monthly. Yeah. I think this is something we're supposed to be doing kind of in the background of other stuff. It's just too new and exciting right now. I am glad that this is out this week because I feel like I need the week to sort of get used to how it works. It's sort of like a good learning week to figure out like how to do the various tasks and what, you know, what the difference between coupons and house XP and Endeavor XP is. How the diminishing returns work and like the best way to kind of go about it or the way that feels the most fun or practical for like me. There we go. So there's 15 coupons. 62 house XP. Still way faster than collecting decor. Collecting decor was what, 5 or 10 XP per item? I just did an old raid and got 6 items worth of house XP. Way faster to do this. At least up to the diminishing returns. Oh, that's sweet, Nish. I've got a lot of practice. I've been streaming for a couple of minutes now. I think I've been streaming for 12 years. Isn't that a bit crazy? I know lots of streamers have been doing it forever, but like, I don't know. Got 2 more sets after the Mage Tower hotfix. Been practicing the last few days. Turn this on. Any way to make the built-in meter show hide via macro? You can make it automatically show hide in combat, but yeah, I also wanted that, and I was kind of mad that it wasn't there. Since you were a teenager? Early 20s. I'm 33 now, so I started when I was 20, 21 or so. Is when I started YouTube. And then I started Twitch basically about within a year. Somewhere in there. Uh-oh. I didn't get to the lower level. Whoopsies. How do you enter untethered space in your neighborhood? Oh, I don't know. Can you? It's got to be to do with the ethereal thing. I can get to the lower level, but maybe it's just because the thing reset. I mainly want to do this last boss just in case I want to repeat the objective one more time, like through dungeons. Spinning thing that you walk into in the middle of town square. Okay. There's no more experience for berry collecting. They're not having that. If I was gonna do the bosses again, it would be for, yeah. I mean, it says 30 more coupons, but I only just got 15 coupons this last time. I don't think that the UI is good. I think the UI needs some help. There's clearly a framework here. Here, I'm going to start this again, and then I'm going to run downstairs properly. There's clearly a framework here for how it's going to work, but the interface that's actually implemented is not caught up with it yet. It does not know what's going on. Yeah, not showing a lot as well. That's all right. We're all learning this together, Blizzard included. Oh, we're getting close to the first milestone. I'm excited about all the coffee items. I like a lot of the Endeavor decor. I am not familiar with what the other, like the Mechanome and the Drakthir and the Ethereal Endeavors are like. I don't know what those ones have, because I haven't seen them to go shopping. I like the stuff from Niffin and Grummel, which is what I'm working on. What are you doing in here? I am killing bosses in Kunlai Summit for the Grummel... Endeavor is what I'm doing. I've done it a couple times, but the diminishing returns hasn't completely cut me off yet, so we're still going. It's one of the stronger things. How many Endeavors are there that are doable now? Because I know there's 2 more that are going to come when Midnight actually launches. Grummels and Niffin, Mechanomes, Ethereals, Drakthir, so that's 5. Is there a 6th one? I know Blood Elves are coming, but not in yet. I heard about Earthen. I'm assuming those are coming and not in yet. The Drakthir have a floating crystal, some pretty hanging banners, also a fork. Mechanome one, fun things, maybe not so much your house style. Put more effort in my Horde house because the Zone and the Silver Moon style house, I'm obsessed. I had a lot of fun yesterday on stream. I got my Horde house set up. I should pop by and look through it. Just for fun. I had a good time just kind of decorating a second house and making it feel a little different. Here, let's go to this. And let's port there. Yeah, have a little look. I did a more modest sort of small setup. So we did it basically start to finish in 2 hours. It's only 2 rooms and a yard. Because I remember getting so overwhelmed that I kind of burned myself out of my other one. So if you haven't seen it yet, welcome to Hazel's Horde House. I live at number 7 Iron Sun Gardens in Razorwind Shore. This is my beach house. Oh, hi kitty. Come on. We're doing a tour. See if we can get a kitty cat up here. Welcome to my beach house. This is the plot. We are near the we've got our own little island here. Okay, beachfront. Got my Wind Rider over here. I have a little outdoor restaurant vibe going on. Little tent, and then you've got your chair. Hi, you want out? You've got your little seafood meal. Thank you. Also a beach house at number 7. Little relaxing spot, umbrella, beach towel, a little drink. You can have a look at the view. Built a very expensive patio yesterday. May have to redesign. And then we come inside. We've got kind of a Blood Elf exterior. I did a pretty simple one. I found the Blood Elf houses get very crazy very fast, and I wanted something kind of modest, but I really didn't want one of the orc huts. So that's what we ended up with. So the rocking chair, gather the mats, made it, set it out, and you fall through the chair. People will sometimes like clip things through items to make them sit properly. I have been just sort of like jumping on top of the thing and then emote/sit to kind of get around that. So welcome to home. Here, we can make it daytime again. Natural light. Seeing as it's daytime right now. We've got a little chef's corner. I think that this is more of an Airbnb. You would probably be getting takeout here, but in case you wanted to make a little snack, you've got a little grill over here. You got your fishing rods by the door. Here's a little eating corner. Nothing too crazy. Window, rug, Bonsam mask. Couple of plants, little living room situation. Little Loa altar as the coffee table. Love that. Some books and a fire. Little cactus, you know. It's a beach house. Come through the hallway, little planted corner there, and you get to the bedroom. Pets allowed in your Airbnb. Oh yeah, of course. Little it's sort of a theme room, you know. It's given Epcot. You've got your wake up gong, you've got your bed. There's the that's the decor. That plushie is the decor that you get from Twitch Drops right now. And little bookshelf. Yeah, the light thing is from housing level 6. You get to housing level 6, you talk to the ethereal dude in the neighborhood, and he will set you up with one of these. You may already have one in your storage, but you can get extras. And you can choose what kind of lighting that you want throughout the whole house. So there's some neat options. This is the default option, which I feel like is much worse. I like natural light, and then which is what I had before. I like evening calm. This is unnatural dark, which is more if you want like a spooky vibe. They also have midnight, which is mistier. Blood elf that visited Zandalar once plans to move there eventually, right? Evening calm is really nice. Evening calm is like a very warm glow. I like that one, and then I like the natural light. So I'm going to stick natural light because it's daytime. It's 5 before pre-patch. Holy heck, it slowed way down. Yeah, I am just about... Oh, no, I am level... Oh, yeah, this house needs to get leveled, and that'll put me at 7. Hi. Hi. Yeah, we can go talk to the guy and do that. I'll show you where you can get it. It's the ethereal guy in the middle of town. Should be in the same kind of vague relative area in the Alliance neighborhood too. Hey, Hazel and Chat, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. It's called the Hearthlight Armillary, and I think you need to be house level 6 for it. Yep, 6 is when you unlock the Hearthlight Armillary, which is the device that gives you the thing. Extra copies can be purchased from the Last Architect. Oh, Blue Cloud, thanks very much for the bits. Appreciate it. Shucks. Thanks. So this guy is your Last Architect. He gives you the daily quest to, do you want down? He gives you the daily quest for Decor Treasure Hunt, and you can spend gold or coupons to get extra copies of the Armillary if you want more of them. Do I have all the questing decor? No. I'm missing a couple of things from Horde WOD quests. Ooh, this is new. Look at that. I need that. I gotta keep doing my garrison campaign quests. No, I need some more stuff. I also need a river beast platter from the thing, and then it looks like a couple of things I never finished over here. Pawdo quests. QP Ranger 2, thanks for the 38-month resub. Hi. Hi. You want to see the kitty? Yeah, there's decor tied to different chapters of the Garrison campaign. The trail's so cute, not too bad to get. Hi. I wonder if it's something that was around earlier, but then it wasn't tracked in Homebound? Because it definitely, I only just saw that now. Kitty, I love you so much. Nice smooch. How's your tummy? She's got tummy spots. She's got spot tummy like a leopard. I think she's feeling alright. She had a good sleep last night. I think your pain meds are helping. Yeah, Homebound is the add-on I'm using to check on decor that I need. So I came here for that. I also came here to level up my house. That's right. Baby girl. She's also eating a bit more because I got her some wet food. And I didn't think she'd like it because I've tried to give it to her before and she didn't want it at a previous occasion. But it's easier to give her pills with it. And Not easy, but easier. And you've been gobbling it up, which is good because I need to see you eat something. Baby girl. Okay, so that's going to upgrade the house. I am still working on my other endeavor, though, because this is the Niffin one, which is clearly not going well. Fresh, maybe? Have a good one. Work calls. Have a good day at work. Hi, Kira. I wonder why. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's the person who's been really carrying the rankings. Doesn't seem as far along, though, as my other one. Yeah, I've done a lot more progress for the Grummel one. We're nearly at the first thing. Okay. Oh my god, it is 6 minutes until I can just, like, port there. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna do, or what I want to do here. If I'm just gonna do bosses, I may as well do that on Inksy. The reason I got in a different character was so that I could gather. I could do the resource gathering task. Here, let's look at... Let's expand it. Sort by... Here. XP. So I've done this boss 3 times. It's still the best thing I can do. So maybe I run the dungeon on my priest. Maybe I just go do a run or two of the dungeon. Let's try that. Have you leveled so fast? I've collected a lot of decor. Before Endeavours came out, I had a lot of experience because I had collected almost 1,000 pieces of decor. And then I've gotten some from Endeavours since they came out, of course, too. But lots of decor XP. Try out Devour Demon Hunter? Like how Shadow Priest used to be when you had the challenge of not letting your insanity run out. I don't know. It might make me sad. I would just want that, but like on Shadow Priest. Oh. You happy? She's got a good motor going. How do you feel about the new priest changes? I like the shadow changes just fine. I will forgive them eventually for changing Devouring Plague in name and icon because change is hard. I will eventually get over that. I'm a little nervous about the Holy Priest changes, but I'm not going to have a really good opportunity to sort of try it out until the expansion actually starts. I mean, I could go do like keys or something right now, but I don't want to. Hi. Yeah, I could make a macro. I'm not going to do that. Oh, a kitty. I need to do neighborly tasks. I'm 74 of 100 neighborly deeds performed. Pet the cat. Oh, that's worth a lot. Oh, the cats are worth a ton. Fences and sticks and stuff suck. Those are only worth 1. It's all about finding the cats. Shadow feels good. I feel like with Shadow, and maybe it's just because I'm not maining it right now, but I feel like I agree more with the things that they stripped out of it, that they were kind of competing with each other, and it just felt like you had a long launch sequence of cooldowns that were all kind of doing the same thing, but you had to press them in the right order, and it felt a bit stressful because you would be pressing cooldowns while you were in your cooldowns, which felt like a bad use of your cooldowns, but you kind of had to. I think they've done a good job of like trimming that down so it doesn't feel quite so cluttered. For Holy Priest, though, I don't know. That was my baby. I do know the houses have an XP cap. It's only an XP cap on the XP you get from Endeavours. You could continue getting further experience from decor collecting, if you liked. I get 1 coupon from looting those lucky dudes. I wanna finish this. There we go. 10 from that. Being a good neighbor. Do we do anything with the lucky dudes we loot? Yeah! So here, I show you. You can take them, and I'm sure that this is in the Horde neighborhood as well if you have this endeavor. It's just in a different spot. There's a yak guide, livery yak. So you have your lucky dudes. you hop on the yak, and you're trying to get to the flag. But if you run over the little red berries that are on the thing, it'll give you a speed boost. So Flabby found out that you're better off sticking to the road and not trying to take shortcuts because you want to go over the berries and avoid the purple puddles, and it'll get you nice and fast. If you have berries on, you can also feed your own berries to your yak. But I don't know. I need those. Flow here now. Hello. So you're delivering the lucky doos. You're also shedding them behind you, which is kind of weird. You can go back and you can loot them if you want. But you do this. And there's more steps as well. There's other things you can do. So you get to the end here. We're just about there. You run it into the circle. That's a task. But then you're at the climbing range. And you can go up to the guy up on the hill here. And there's another task where you can donate Lucky Doos. And now you can do the climbing thing. So for this, what you're wanting to do is loot the berries that are on the rocks. Interact key can kind of help, or you can just kind of click on them. There is a separate task for looting berries while climbing, which is separate from like the berry looting thing. It also helps restock you on berries if you were going through them, either eating them or trading them for coffee to give to people. You do this. We're going to try to get to the top, basically. Kind of cute. I'm still getting 1 coupon from collecting these berries. And now you have these over-caffeinated griffins. And you hop on them, and then it's just a Simon Says, where these griffins have had too much coffee. They're going crazy. You have to just fly them around to burn it off. And this is another task, and you just press the button that lights up. That's it. Floyd here now. Hey, Archie, how you doing? But yeah, I liked the way that these different tasks kind of like tie together. It gives you kind of a loop you can do if you want with a bunch of different tasks on it. They're not that rewarding. They are pretty bare bones in terms of how much experience and coupons they give you. But it is something. It's definitely something. Endeavours may need midnight. If you have midnight and it's still telling you that, then that might be a bug. Not 100% sure. So I'm going to do... I think the best chunk of progress I can do here is to do the bosses again. Pet a dog, didn't get credit like the cat. This is an outrage. Yeah, that's part of the Grummel. Everything I just did is part of the Grummel endeavor specifically. Yeah. Let's go do Shadowpen Monastery. Do I need to be looting any more lumber on my way over there? Probably. Yeah, we're 28 is 60. 60 is a lot. 60 is like a good chunk of lumber. That's not nothing. Oh, hey, more Lucky Doos. I was getting tons of Lucky Doos while I was questing out here. The questing was very fun. I was surprised by how much I enjoyed just going out here and repeating some Grummel quests. Especially because I was able to get progress towards other things. I was killing Hosen, I was looting Lucky Doos, I was getting berries, I was eating berries. A lot of different types of progress that I was able to get while just kind of replaying quests out here. That was fun. I liked that. It's also like, you know, chopping trees and stuff. We're out here to do bosses. Still the biggest chunk you can do. I think any endeavor where the bosses are not scaled so that you can solo them is going to be just much harder in general. Nice kitty. You having a good sleep? Hi. Do you have to summit for quests? How you can collect berries, luckies in the neighborhood zone? You can? You can. I found the berries come a lot faster in Kunlai, though. You get a lot more of them a lot more quickly. I'm gonna be eating the berries. I put them on my bar so I can keep munching them. Oh no, you can only eat them in your neighborhood. Never mind. Neighborhood or on the peak. Have I hit DR for the berry eating thing? I've hit DR for the berry collecting thing for sure. Or at least collecting the berries on the neighborhood training climb. Catching Hazel Live. Hi Woodwind Hero, how you doing? Happy Saturday. What are we grinding today? Working on neighborhood endeavors. I've got the Grummel one teed up. And I'm doing my best. Yeah, okay, so eating the berries I could still get some credit from. Same thing with the coffee thing. I managed to bug this out yesterday by doing it too fast, so give it a second. Also, last time I did this, the last boss did not give me credit on my defeat bosses for some reason, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. Hi, Random XE1. How are you doing today? Happy Saturday. Let's see what we can skip by here. This should be repeatable. Oh, 155. Okay. I guess it makes sense that my druid was having a hard time because he's in half as much gear as this character. I don't know where his gear went. I'm a little afraid to ask. Maybe it was in his bank so I didn't vendor it, but I thought I put the speed set in his bank so I didn't vendor it. It's because you killed the boss with hate in your heart. You gotta let go of those negative emotions. Getting ready for the winter storm. Good. I mean, not good that there's a storm, but good that you're getting prepared. I got a comet, but I feel like these aren't going to be worth very much. A lot of people running MSV right now. I'm checking the price on Undermine Exchange. Yeah, not so valuable. You'd be lucky if you got 1,000 gold for it. I definitely don't need armor from Panda content. Be a good neighbor. I'm trying to fish for what else I should be working on. The neighborly one is tricky because it's a lot of 100 neighborly deeds takes a while, especially if you're only finding one value deeds. Everyone knows being neighborly should be aggressively quantified. Yeah, I'm really curious if the diminishing returns will reset week to week or not. Because if it does, I feel like 2 or 3 people could do this, especially in a pretty underpopulated neighborhood. Because I bet you it scales to some degree. But if it doesn't, we may run into trouble. I'm cooked if it doesn't. Yeah, just kind of blowing everything you got in the first week and then nothing doing. Ah, weapon transmog. Filling in a couple of ID gaps from Panda Remix. See how much I can just kind of run to the next boss here. Neighborhood's bar is tiny, much less progress than that. My public neighborhood has done very little. This one's been coming a lot faster. I think Grummel is an easier endeavor to do. And then also, my guild neighborhood doesn't have very many people in it. So I think that the difficulty of the endeavor is scaling to that somewhat. I think my contributions go farther in this one. Yeah, you can look for people posting groups as well. I think later in the month, like closer to the reset time, that's going to be more of a thing. There will be more groups that have finished it that can post. And there will be more people kind of looking to do some shopping. Dracthyr is a tough one. A lot of stuff in the Forbidden Reach. Niffin wanted Zerlik Caverns, which is the same expansion, same kind of scaling for the endgame content. They wanted Researchers Under Fire and Aberrus, which is kind of not happening. I hope most won't gatekeep by making me pay for an invite. Oh, that would be weird if that turned out to be the meta. It might be. You know, I'm sure people would pay. Let's see if I can just, like, skip some stuff. No, I didn't do the Void Elf Demon Hunter unlock. I don't feel a strong desire to. Maybe I'm missing something. Alright, see what we can do. See if this gives me credit. I was having some trouble getting full credit. I've done 3 bosses since coming in here, and I've only gotten credit for 2 of them. The dungeon ones seem to be really... And that one gave me one. Really inconsistent. I did it just to check the box of pre-patch stuff to do. Rewards for coupons going to change each month. The different endeavors have different items you can shop for with coupons. And your neighborhood can pick a different endeavor each month. So kind of, but if you wanted to and you had enough coupons, you could travel or visit different neighborhoods to shop from them now if you wanted to. And you had the coupons. And you can find the neighborhoods that have them full. Okay. I don't know if there's like a really fast way to port out of this one if you wanted to do it again. We do this. Coupons kind of have diminishing returns the same way that housing experience and Endeavor progress does. But you can get quite a lot. You can get a lot of coupons. I have 180 on this character. Another 55 there. Another 30. 260. Yeah, I have over 250 for sure. I did not do the side quest in Koresh, I don't think. I'm not that interested in demon hunters. Get a discount for doing a task multiple times, but we don't for buying a decor multiple times. Let that sink in. 339. Oh, Crafty Chris, thanks for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Current expansion content shouldn't have any DR. Hopefully. I haven't been doing any of it, but hopefully it doesn't. It's pretty low levels of progress to begin with. So, yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, alts are kind of nice for this. Endeavors require far too much time to figure out. Can't be bothered. I think my break shall continue. Perfectly reasonable take. Not a problem with that. I'm going to reset my instance. I think they're going to get fine-tuned and refined over time. Oh, we're so close. Do it on normal. Never understood why they would nerf me. Let me burn out. In this case, I think I don't mind them having some DR because it encourages me to do a variety of tasks. If there was no DR, then it would be objectively wrong to do anything but the most efficient task over and over again. So I like that this kind of has you do a bunch of different things. I think the numbers could use some fine-tuning, but they're probably going to keep an eye on it over time. The only thing I used to log off WoW to do was play Stardew Valley, and now I just don't log off. I mean, every now and then you need a good Stardew break. Maybe it's so the active few don't finish everything before the weekend people can get on. 17 days in a sweet tropical spot. Going to come back refreshed, ready for midnight raiding. Wow. That sounds really nice. I'm sure there's other things in life that you're also on vacation from, and I hope you have a wonderful vacation. The way that it's phrased is really funny to me, though, that like the implication that we need a vacation from WoW so that we can come back refreshed so we don't burn out on World of Warcraft. I know why I'm here. Why are you guys here? I'm curious to see how Endeavours feel in like a year. You know, like when we're like deep in midnight, kind of focused on other content. How realistic is it going to feel to finish them? Am I going to care whether or not we finish them? You know, like how often are they going to roll out new ones? Am I like, is there going to be a dynamic where the people that super no-lifed them early and then bought everything no longer are motivated to level the Endeavor and are really only doing it by things they'd be doing anyway? Hoping in a year I bought what I wanted, can just focus on the macro. Yeah. Think I'm a remix junkie at this point. Come back to play the 0.3 patch with remix, do main story quests, and then leave again to play other games. It's a good way to get caught up. I've done the bosses thing 4 times. Curious to see how many coupons it gives me this time. This is probably the objective that I'm like least stoked about, especially because I played this content in Panda Remix, so I don't need much transmog from here. Maybe a couple of weapons here and there. But it's the one that gives the juiciest progress for sure, even after I've done it a handful of times. So excited for Devourer, but something about them not having purple eyes made me so annoyed that I closed the game again. Like anything in game that I can do passively, do something and progress without caring. Yeah. Trying to play TBC Anniversary. Forgot how time consuming it is to play Classic and how long it takes to do anything. Gave up. Yeah, people really like it. I don't think it's my cup of tea. Not the end game anyway. That gets me to 1. This is really funky. I'm getting very intermittent credit on the defeat bosses. And I'm having a hard time parsing out if there's a pattern to it or if it's just kind of busted. Doing Strathholm, and I was like, I've been here for almost an hour. Need to die and be looted? I've been looting the bosses. They die and I loot them. Let's see if this one works. Because I just looted 2 Hearts of Fire from the last boss. Killed. Looted. No, nothing. Weird. I'll see if Terran Zoo does it. Got some transmog again. No longer needing to farm timber, my axe disappeared. You can still collect lumber. You do still need it to craft decor. When your axe disappeared, it taught you the find lumber skill, which gives you a little checkbox in your regular tracking, so you can track it like you would track mining or herbalism nodes now. It's a little confusing because it didn't work that way from the beginning. But now it won't take up the bag slot. Oh, so that one did give me credit to 2. So all my theories are out the window. I thought maybe it was only giving me credit for each one once. But no. I don't know. Super intermittent. I don't think I'm going to keep farming this for 1 boss's credit per run. That's a bit silly. Why do you think they made it take a bag slot on release? It must have been the best solution they had available to them at the time. I think very few decisions in game dev are made because of spite or malice. As much as we would, as comforting as that would be to believe, I think that very few things happen because of spite and malice. I think usually it's because it's the best option available. And then later maybe other things become available over time. The Saberclaw, thank you for the 52-month resub. Hey, Hazel and chat. Happy weekend. Hope everyone's able to stay warm and cozy. Best luck on your current farm of choice. Thank you. I must have... maybe that's somebody that can be purified elsewhere. Is it from this one back here? It might be. I need to get out of here and take a break. It's 10:41. We haven't gotten up yet. No. I can't imagine that the lumber axe was their first choice. They were probably just having a hard time getting it functional. I'm just making guesses, though. I have no idea. Who are you guys tied to? Why? Oh, they're... Okay, we're good. We're good. I was thinking, why won't you die? Alright, let's go home for the moment. We'll go home, and I will be right back. Okie dokie, we're back. I need to make an important choice about what it is I'm gonna do now. We're so close. I can't stop. So I need to figure out what my best bang for buck activity is gonna be. Welcome back. Thanks, Ian. Can't stream. Are you level 7 already? I collected a lot of decor. Let me see what my DFA says I have. Up until Endeavours came out, I was spending every single stream collecting decor. I have 1,017 unique items, according to Data for Azeroth, which puts me at US number 230. Only Lightbringer 9. I fell one. Somebody must have been shopping on the different vendors. I'm gonna go see what we're gonna unlock when we do get this next one done. Hi, baby girl. How is new patch? I'm having fun. I'm having a good time. Let's see. Hi. So when we get to the first milestone, we're going to be able to get the open sack of coffee, the press, and this Pandaren wooden cart, which is cute. You could fill it with coffee if you wanted to. Happy OxoCube, thank you for the 41-month resub. Appreciate it. How's Kitten doing? She's doing okay. She's on some pain meds now, and she seems to be feeling much better. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. We're gonna do... Actually, that's the question. I'm not gonna keep defeating bosses, because they don't seem to... They can't make up their mind about whether or not they want to give me credit. Let me try looking at this interface and see... Sort by... XP is probably my best analog here. So, honor kills, which we're not doing. Gather resources. I mean, I guess we could try to go kill people, but, like, good luck, you know what I mean? So that's herbs, ore, skinning, and fishing. And then being neighborly is the next one. We've done that once. We've done that 0 times? Really? I never finished it? My goodness, okay. Alright, well I need to go herbing, skinning, or... But like on a character that can do a good job, which is hard. My druid doesn't have enough gear. He gets into trouble. Play a boomkin in an epic BG. You have to get the honor kills in Kunlai Summit. That's the catch. It's world PvP. I don't even know if there would be people in war mode out there, let alone if I could kill them. I did do the Brawlers Guild stuff. Yeah, I did. We can do neighborly stuff in the meantime. Fish for carps. Yeah. 100 fish, I feel like is so much slower than herbs and ore. I could do leather. I could do some skinning. I don't know. Overwatch team kicked my butt hard. I was stuck on them for a while. I had to progress that one. Endeavor specific, zone specific wind trading. Maybe. People creating. Someone's trying to recruit for a neighborhood that's going to be a charter neighborhood that is specifically focused on Endeavors. Caracta. I guess I should get back on my paladin. I think he's the most geared because I don't have any gathering on this character. So if I wanted to do the gathering objective, I'd have to be fishing, which I feel like sucks. These weeds are not good progress on the neighborly thing. Heading to the housing areas, not done anything with pre-patch yet. Oh, you'll have lots of fun. I really like decorating my house. I want to redecorate my alliance house, but I need to set aside some time to really do it properly. Maybe this Strid. She has urban mining. I could just switch her to the other Endeavor and take her to Kunlai Summit. That's probably what I should do. Fishing in Kunlai Summit specifically for this, because it's the Grummel encounter. All of it has to be in Kunlai Summit. So let me switch my Endeavor. Make sure, okay, my active Endeavor is this one. That's good. To get there, I'm going to port home and then take the port to Kunlai Summit. I really appreciate that they gave us a portal. I thought I was going to have to travel the old-fashioned way. NPC sleeping while standing. They're low on coffee. They want an espresso. Ask them how. Would love to do that. I want to sleep in bed. Oh, I sold some stuff. Nice. This is my house. It's nice. Nice house in the mountains. Okay, we're gonna go do lumber and we're gonna do resources. The quest one I feel like I could also continue. If I get burned out or bored of the lumber and resources, going back out there in my priest and questing, I think is gonna be my next best bet. Yeah, you wake the sleeping neighbors as a task. So you gotta trade berries for coffee. There is a trader here who will give you a coffee for every 5 berries, and then you take the coffee to the sleepy people. Trading the berries for coffee is also separately a task. It's kind of fun. All right, let's get farm hunt on. See if I need any upgrade to my herbalism or mining maybe. Now that I've been doing it for a while, the Grummel Endeavor, I keep wanting to call it an invasion. The Grummel Endeavor makes a lot of sense to me. The other ones I feel like are going to really throw me for a loop because I've spent all this time just getting used to just the one. I found the Niffin one highly confusing. Yeah, Grummel Invasion. They're coming and there's nothing you can do about it. I like all the coffee items. I think my guildies will too. I know a few people that would put an espresso machine in their house. Yeah, lucky do some loot. I was wondering, I was out here gaming last night, working on the Endeavor. I was playing, and I was just kind of following the pack of Grummels around. It was escorting their caravan, and I was like, I wonder if Krendor's Lucky Do video is getting like a notable bump in views this week. I betcha it is. I can't be the only person out here doing a Grummel invasion that started singing the Lucky Do song. Spent forever doing the jumping puzzle. Put me off doing any other tasks for them. I'm scared of that. That frightens me. I haven't done the ethereal one, but I don't want to do a jumping puzzle. This seems like a great way to get community badges or coupons is by doing an Endeavor that's easy. And then you visit someone else that did the ethereal thing. And you use all your coupons that you got eating coffee berries and, you know, you buy your stuff. Jump puzzle sounds bad. Have you thought about making a jumping puzzle in your house? I decided not to. It was a really tough decision. I was agonizing over whether or not to do that. I thought, oh, I should, I want to, but I don't, but I do, but I don't. And then I went and I meditated by the sea and came to the understanding that it was something I should let go and not make a part of my life. It was very hard, but we made it there. Still haven't succeeded in the jumping puzzle. Do the yak endeavor and the wyvern ride back, rock climbing in the same area, you get berries in each rock. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a whole nice little loop. You can deliver the lucky doos and then you climb the hill and loot the berries and then you fly the griffin. Are there mounts? No. Just furniture, just decor. This is Farm Hut. It is overlaying the contents of my mini-map onto the center of my screen just to make it easier to gather without having to keep looking up at your mini-map. Sarcastic Hazel, don't hear that much. I'm a pretty sarcastic person, but I try to rein it in because if I don't, it can become mean. And all the people in my life are really sweet and nice and genuine and lovely, and they don't deserve that. It's not that it can't be funny or that it has to be mean. But I feel like it's a good thing to kind of keep an eye on. I don't want to be mean. Need the coffee mugs. So used to playing with my mini-map, wasn't paying as much attention to the map. Yeah, I just turn it on when I'm gathering and then I toggle it right back off. This is definitely, mining herbing is the way to go for the resource gathering one. It seems much faster than anything else because you can get things in multiples. Sarcastic people don't get it, they hate me for it. Different types of humor often don't translate well to different people. Or like people will get it, but they kind of need to get to know you first. I've met people like that were just really blunt and really funny, but in a way that's like really off-putting if you're not used to it, depending on the context. What is my WoW version? Let me see. I'm on 12.00.65560. Yep. That's my version. That's what I'm on. Stealing all the add-ons from here. We get good ones. Anything that's really, really good, you guys recommend, and then I will maybe try it, depending on how mulish I'm feeling on a given day. And then, yeah, this should be almost finished. And then they trickle back down. It's the circle of add-ons. I'm on the fence about this Vamoos's Endeavours thing. It's interesting data. I don't know if I would say it's actionable. It feeds my ego to see that I've done 100 credit points out of 240. You know, that's satisfying. Do I need to know that? Probably not. When I meet someone new that looks bored and doesn't smile, the easy "you look happy to meet me" comes out so fast. Oh my god. I feel like that either super hit or super not hit with me. I could see a world in which if I was having a bad mood and someone said that to me, that would not land. Uh-huh. Yeah. I just got 10 coupons. For the herbing one. What are they saying if I do it again? What's the DR on it now? We just completed... Oh! I can't tell if that's there or not. You'd think that they would have these be empty and then change to full? Maybe that's what Vamos's Endeavor tracker's for. Usually they'll laugh. What are we doing? I bet 250. No, I think we're 5 points short. The lumber should do it. If I get another 18 lumber. Node lights up once it's reached. Okay. Am I gonna get, if I did another resource gather? Yeah, it's something. would like this one. I prefer this to just running the dungeon over and over again, especially if the dungeon's not going to give me reliable credit. I like gathering. I like an excuse to come back and farm. I may or may not be able to get some gold for all of this because of people buying it to level their professions. The mop stuff wasn't worth a crazy amount, but it's worth something. It's worth more than it used to be. I think it's so fascinating that they've managed to create ways to incentivize farming and using old mats now. Artista747, thank you for the 4-month resub. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day. Because yeah, 100's not too bad if you're doing mining and herb. It's a nice zone to be in too. I think once I kind of hit capacity on the gathering and the lumber, I might do some more questing. Tempted to undo, start my house over. Didn't you say you just started today? A lot of people will repeatedly do their house, and they'll like it a little bit more each time they do it. I say if you're feeling the urge to wipe it and start over, you should totally go for it. You're not going to lose any progress or anything. And you've learned from everything you did the first time. Plus, you might have new things to work with that you didn't have handy last time. Wow, a lot of stuff over here. I wonder if Ghost Iron is still worth. Do a little scan and see if, because I know Ghost Iron has traditionally held value even before decor because of, sky golems. Still waiting to start my house indoors till I have way more decor. I ended up just kind of going for it and then making it kind of ugly and then figuring that I'm just going to redo it and look nicer. But I want it to feel done. Like, if any of my guildies stop by my house, I want them to have something to see, you know? Every time I started over my house, it was an amazing decision. Gets better each time. Experience new ideas. I still do 7 living steel tunes daily. Still about 2k gold per bar. Holy. That's smart. That's easy gold. Yeah, 9 gold per node of this. I'm not mad at that for ore farming. I don't know if I gave myself the skills though. No, I should probably go. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get mining. I should probably train mining and herb. Panda mining and herb on this character. Might need to flight path them or something. Or head back to the portal. Like the Stormwind portal. Because I think that would help me get more units, which would help me complete this objective faster. Although if I can get the rest of the lumber, then we'll at least have enough to go buy the second set of 3 items. Kind of regret I had a huge library. Deleted it for a small cozy library, but Blizzard knows this too well and keeps adding books and library things. I need to expand again. I really love how many bookshelves there are. It feels like everybody wanted to make a bookshelf, and there's so many different ones. If anything, I need more stuff to stick on the bookshelves. I like the pile, like the lines of literature. You can get whole stacks of books. Inscription has a bunch for Dragonflight, but they're expensive if you want a lot of them. Guild 30, my own characters. Hope it'll let me make a guild community. You may have a hard time completing an endeavor by yourself. I think in order to make a neighborhood, it may require a certain amount of unique accounts attached to the guild. People, I think, have been circumventing that by inviting other people temporarily to establish the neighborhood and then removing them. Kind of the same way that people make guild charters. Full-time streamer? Yep. More or less. Call it full-time content creation. I take it pretty easy, though. I only stream 3 hours a day. We do 9 to noon Pacific, 5 days a week. Rookie numbers. 10 unique accounts. Gotcha. Yeah, I imagine some people are cheesing that by inviting people and then removing them afterwards, because I don't think it's going to take your neighborhood away. I guess I don't know. But you will certainly have a hard time doing endeavors by yourself. Something that's kind of meant to be done with other people. Farm task for tickets, join other people's one anyway. That's true. I feel like having a neighborhood all to yourself would be really lonely. Has to keep the 10 accounts or the neighborhood will be inactive. Oh. Small amount of hour pro streamer for a while. Aw, shucks. Yeah, it's 15 hours a week. That's what, a part-time job? What if you hate people? I mean, you don't need to talk to them if you don't want to. I think interacting with the people is optional. If you hate people so much you don't want to see anything that they have done with your eyes, then maybe you would have a problem. And this may not be the feature for you. Talk to myself all the time. The other personalities keep me from being lonely. See some dedicated builders loving the idea of designing a whole neighborhood. Yeah. They do give you a lot of room in your house to work with, and you get upgrades to that over time. Plus you get 2 houses. But yeah, I could see it too. In a public neighborhood, other people are broadly indistinguishable from NPCs. Not much interaction there. Yeah. Not unless you want to. Any update about outdoor lighting? It's coming. It's not in yet. They said they are going to re-enable it. I don't know when. Maybe midnight? They talked about it in the PC Gamer interview. Always working. Missing streams. Weekend off. Preparing for ice storm. Hi. I wish you all the best with battening down the proverbial hatches. Lighting is in lanterns and stuff. There's a lot of items that are lights that you cannot place outside. And a lot of them are kind of designed to be placed outside, like lampposts and stuff. But early on, there were some performance issues that cropped up when people would place a lot of lights outside in their yard. So they disabled them for the time being, but they're coming up with a workaround for that. Cuddling Gurgle not showing in house inventory. It showed up for me after I claimed it. Have you heard if it's a bug that my WoW says my graphics card is out of date? Is your graphics card out of date, I guess is the first question. Mine said that to me, but mine was, and I updated my graphics card drivers and then it was no longer out of date. You probably... Now, if you did, if you updated your drivers and it still says that, then yeah, that might be more of a problem. Gertrudian, thank you for the 11-month resub. Appreciate it. Yeah, I could see them doing like a separate budget for lighting items, maybe, to kind of stop people from going so ham-boned that they break everything. Was updated yesterday, still says it. Yeah, that could be a bug then. It fixed it for me. My anecdotal evidence is that it fixed it for me. I hate updating my drivers, though. It used to be so easy. I guess I could still do it the old-fashioned way, maybe. But I used to just download a driver and install it, and then it was like, well, use the app, and then the app wants you to use another app, and then it wants you to log into a different app, and then it wants you to authenticate with... It's just... I don't need a profile. I just need a driver. And then if you have recently updated your graphics driver... a good thing to double check is that all of your graphics settings are the way that you want them, because sometimes I find even if I tell mine to not mess with my settings, it will still change my WoW settings. So sometimes I have to turn things back the way I want them to get my performance right. Yeah, technology is just getting newer, not better. I have an immediate like rage response whenever something wants me to log in with an email to something that should not need that, which is most things. Hate it. I cannot stand keeping track of like 50 million accounts, and I hate that that's just where we're at. So we're at 85 of 100 for a repeat on the herb thing. The Endeavour is really close, but not quite there. 47 to 60. I have not been getting very much lumber. If you don't make an account and log in, they can't spam you with ads. Sometimes I think about getting rid of the smartphone, but I feel like the thing that would really make that a problem is various authentication apps. I think without a device like that, it would be hard to run two-factor authentication. Some of them will just do it via email, and that's fine. But, like an email or a phone text, but app-based authentication, I think, would be a bit of a problem. And there would be some bullshit, bull funky. Pardon me. There would be some BS that I would try to keep it clean around here. That I would not remember existed until I went to log into it, like 3 years from the day. That would then turn out to be a problem. I know. I'm sorry. Slipped out. I'll put a nickel in the swear jar. Find, right? Solves the next alt name Bullfunky. You ever heard that one before? I had a relative used to go for Bullfunky. So many authenticators for work, it's insane. Issues with can I mog it and all the things. Haven't been using them much since pre-patch. I don't even know if I've re-enabled either of them. Possible, though. I know, especially with decor, there's been some issues with getting things to, Oh, yeah, there we go. It gets a little check mark. We did it! I'm gonna try to get the rest of the lumber. My very religious 83-year-old aunt says bull hockey. Says a lot of silly things. Miss Opie, hope they update it soon. Some password keepers. Yeah. I don't like the idea of putting all my eggs in a basket. Maybe part of the reason why I hate accounts and passwords so much is that I genuinely have a different password for every account. I do not, and I know you can use a password keeper to manage that, but I feel like putting the keys in, the master key in one spot, no matter how secure they say they are, just makes me anxious. Dad says hockey too. ATT's been given some errors, yeah. Yeah, I'm leaving it more or less turned off until I feel the itch to use it again. Probably sometime in midnight after a couple more updates. For work, they made me change passwords every 6 months, and they're so long I've had such a hard time remembering. I used to need to use a password to log in when I worked retail, to log into my till, and they would force a password change every 30 days, and you were not able to use the same password. So what everybody would do so they could log into things and remember them is you would just increment it up by a number. You'd have your password and it would have a number, and every month you would tick it up by 1. And that was the only way I would ever remember. Not very secure, but I don't think anyone was really trying to hack my till login. All this with the HE double hockey stick makes me wonder if it's Canada exporting the pseudo curses. I don't know. I haven't actually heard that one. Tried this. Hospital IT said it needed to be significantly different. Crazy. Yeah. The benefit of that is it was a password I had to log into several times a day, so that would help me kind of remember it. The worst is something that you almost never use, because of course you're not going to know it. Because otherwise I'm going to start writing it on my arm in Sharpie, and then you better believe lots of people are going to know what it is. Nearly finished this lumber harvesting one. And then I want to go do some more shopping on the vendor. Do that with my work password cycle up by 1 letter. Computer's a bit bully funky poo sometimes. Something that I have a hard time with is logging into streaming service apps on my television, especially if they decide they want to force a password reset. Like, I'll try to pull up like my CBC Gem or my Crave or something on my TV, which is possible and doable, and they have apps and they work fine, but like between getting it like the password recovered and the account authenticated and then the login code matched, it's like 20 minutes. Nothing makes me feel older. Potter's horse hockey always hit me in the giggles. Wish they'd change filtering on vendors to be not owned or owned rather than character specs. Yeah. Did I do it? I did. I got 8 coupons. So let's take a look. Oh, it has my alts separately. That one's number 6 is me and number 1 is me. I'm gonna go... I guess I'll leave this character right here for now. I have some shopping to do. I think I'm going to gather all my coupons onto my main. And spend some of them. I should get some extra mugs. I know I'm going to want them. I have a cat in my lap again. I wasn't sure she was going to get back up after I took my break, but she's back. She's sleeping. Maybe this is why I feel like it's an invasion. Look at this guy's huge. 80 from there, 30 from there, and 3. I have 308 coupons. I have spent a couple of them already because I bought some things from the first unlock tier. We just got, or from the free one. We just got to the tier 1. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Gotta be some auction house bots at work. All the war within mats immediately sell. I mean, if you think about it, those materials are being posted on the region-wide auction house. So all you need for it to sell is for any WoW player in either North America or Europe, depending on which region you're on, to be buying that thing. Or like a quantity of that thing that takes up your stuff. If you post things that are region-specific, like gear, it takes a lot longer. Alright, so open sack of coffee. And the press, of course. And then a Pandaren wooden cart. I think one of each of those is fine. I'm going to think about what kind of things I might want copies of. I guess towards the end of the month I can also get more copies of coffee. Because I could see myself getting more of these and putting them in like my greenhouse. Same thing with these. Don't make me adjust my tinfoil hat. Nefarious activity, much better plot. So the next milestone has a bedroll, a tent, the signboard, adorable. There's a 3rd and a 4th milestone. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's stuff on the end too. I thought this was where the last of the decor is, but it's not. There's stuff on a full bar as well. I need that coffee set. They're not time limited. They're part of the Grummel Endeavor. You can shop for them anytime that there's anytime you can visit a neighborhood that has this Endeavor that's filled up the bar. Ethereal milestone 1. Yeah, sure. Sign up for some shopping. How do I do this? How do I visit their neighborhood? House finder. View houses, maybe? I guess I can see who's running the thing. The leader is this druid. View houses. Visit house. Neighborhood daddy daycare. 360 more Lemba will be done with all BC decor. Nice. I don't know if Endeavor progress is saved. I'm guessing it's not. I don't know that though. Yeah, I tried to gather on a character that turned out to be undergeared too. It was a bit of a jump scare. Have you seen the backlash? Not really. Is it too grindy? I don't think so. I think we're viewing it in kind of a weird moment in time that will never happen again, where it's the first patch it's ever been a thing. It's brand new content. So people really want to like sort of min-max rush it and do it as fast as possible. And there's a lot of people that aren't here yet, or like made a house but then aren't actually going to play until the expansion actually comes out. I think it's a weird month. I think they'll kind of fine-tune the grindiness over time, but right now, because people are so excited about it and it's brand new, of course people want to race it to the end, but there's 36 days left on this thing. I think we're all a little excited. An oath scale, a hollow projector, an incense burner, and a book. Nice, okay. So this is just a first milestone unlocked vendor. The incense burner is nice. I might get another one of this, or another 2 of those. Houses are forever. Flake, thank you very much for the 56-month resub. Happy subiversary from Snowmageddon Prep. Happy Snowmageddon Prep, I suppose. Thanks for being here. Hope things are going to be all right at home. So I kind of want to leave and then like see who else has things posted. There's an open house group looking for completed ethereal or Niffin. It's like so early in the month, I think, for anybody to have completed stuff. I can go back to my house. I can host a group and people can come shop off of an Endeavor 1, like a milestone 1 Grummel. Got into a completed one earlier. Nice. Milestone 3 dude earlier. I think that'll be easier. The groups will be easier to find later. I don't know if anybody actually wants to shop from my vendor, but if they do, you're welcome. Spend a little while. You can also come see my yard if you want. Hazel's Coffee Shop. Call it that. Housewarming parties. Bring one item. Yeah. The inside of my house isn't anything special. Friend in Southeast US posting Facebook pictures of all the Russian goods, gas, prepping for the unexpected snow. Oh man. I don't know if people want to come because it's me or because they want to buy coffee mugs. I guess they'd be zoning in at my house too. Good way for me to show off my yard. Yeah, it's more items than the ethereal one had. I'm sure there's some people that wouldn't mind getting a coffee press early, or like the coffee bag. Here, I shall slash dance. Just made a group for Alliance. Oh, but I want to join your group, but I'm running a group. Remind me which one you have. Is it a fully completed ethereal? Niffin, haven't made it D1 yet. Might like my house. Group name is Milestone 1 Grummel. This is an Alliance North America group. It's only Milestone 1, but it's something. I don't think I'm the only one who like wants stuff ASAP. I like that they set out the different decor in sort of the area, and then you mouse over it and it's like available for purchase at vendor. This is fun. I would do this again towards the end of the month if we do get it filled. Hey Hazel, hey Elworth here, how you doing? Okay, I'm gonna... I think... I'm gonna rob your house. I'm gonna delist soon. So that I can go visit someone else's neighborhood. Milestone 3, Milestone 2. Yeah, make a group. Do you filter your swearing while you're raiding? No. No, our guild Discord doesn't mind. Group for Milestone 2, Niffin. Alright. I'm gonna delist. Which won't kick anybody out, I don't think. I think even if I leave the group, it's not gonna phase you guys out of here if you're already in my neighborhood. Pretty cool new add-on. Pretty excited about it. What'd you find? Alright, I'm gonna find some groups to shop. There's Ethereal 1. I did Ethereal 1 already. Here's Grummel Maxed. Let's sign up for this one. Which I feel like is gonna maybe take the wind out of my sails to finish my own Grummel endeavor, but whatever. Everyone go shopping in everyone's groups. Yeah, some people don't I mean, Milestone 1 is hard. I put a decent chunk of time into it to try. So this group is... Which neighborhood am I going to for this one? It says Moss Agate Meadows, but who is the leader? Salvara, maybe? Visit house. Oh, I see. They've got 2 houses. Oh, is this you? This is you, right? Doing it by yourself? Not completely alone. Not completely alone. I was doing it with Flabby. And then some of our other gillies started playing too. Oh, cute. Ugh. I can't. Hang on. I have to go shopping. Have the same plot as Haley. I haven't even like looked at those plots. They're nice though. Kitty cat, you want to get up? Here, I'll swivel. So this is the finished Grummel one. So I'm just gonna get one of each thing. This feels like cheating! Wait, I got that one already. I need this. I need this. I can't believe you guys no-lifed this already. That's so crazy! Coffee table, espresso machine. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Alright, and then I'm gonna go to the other one. Cheater, right? Someone made a video on how to put carrots in your garden, instantly thought of you. Yeah, this group is in the group finder. It's the name of the group is Grummel Maxed. It's North America Alliance, but you can visit both neighborhoods. I'm getting loaded up. Niffin loam housing items for sale? Yes. Yeah, the Niffin. I think I'm gonna see the Niffin vendor here. This one I think is not quite finished. The Niffin Endeavours hard. Yeah. But there's like dirt. Jar. Do I not have that already? I feel like I should. Guess I didn't buy the stuff yet. Oh, I didn't have any coupons yet at the time. That's right. I'm gonna need a bunch of the soil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least. I'll do another 3. 1, 2, 3. The later ones are, there's an archway, a table, a decorated table, a snail cart, and bartering stand. Doing researchers now. Miles to Drakthir. Yep. I will do that next. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am shopping. Miles 2 Drakthir, Miles 3 Grummel. Nice. I'm coming. More housing zones opening up. Maybe? I wouldn't mind if they added more areas, more aesthetic areas onto the... Which one? This one? More aesthetic areas onto the neighborhood we have so that you would still be like neighbors with your neighbors. Yeah, you can neighborhood hop to go to one that has stuff unlocked. You'll still want to have the community coupons to purchase stuff. Hopefully this is the right one. Twilight B has Drakthir. Is that where I am? Let me see. Yes, I think that's where I am. Yeah. Getting stocked up. Part of me feels like I'm mildly ruining this for myself, but I don't know. I think, whoa! This isn't you. Because I teleported in at you. Who did this? Who did this? Oh my god. That is a wake and bake. I've never seen this in my life. That's so funny. I like how they use, like, I'm assuming their entire budget just to juice up their house. They've got a Caribor fountain on the bottom. How do you get inside? I don't know. Maybe you can like fly up. Hang on, I have to do my shopping and then we'll see if we can break into that person's spaceship. A lot of housing obsessed people, some really great houses. That is nuts. I've never seen anything like that before. I'm looking for the vendor. It must be around. Endeavor Trader. All right. Dark Talon order. Forbidden Fork. Ram leg. Cart. Ooh, watering can. I only need one. I only need one. More scales. Teaching crystal. Okay, and then what happens later? Big hammer. Lectern. Anvil and thing. Yeah, I'm really glad that Blizzard let us do stuff like float houses, because otherwise, how would you... Like, I feel like they opened up the possibilities for people to do such crazy cool stuff. Time resources spent on the exterior? I don't know! I bet you if they'll... I don't know if it would be public to visit inside. Maybe. We'll go see. No wonder I didn't recognize that house. Is this your guild, or... Airship house very valid for a Final Fantasy gamer. Just making sure I have all my decor learned here. Yeah, okay. Nice. I wonder if that was like a lot of XP for me. Yeah. Yeah, look, I'm halfway through 7 now. Gagged. This is cool too. I like putting a griffin on the roof of your house. Okay, so you can fly up and land on it. Oh my god, there's a patio! A whole wraparound deck. Complete with fence. There's a coffin back here. Not gonna ask about that. This is so cool. I wonder if they'll let me in. I feel like most people that get really into decorating will open up their permission so people can see it, because not everybody, but I think most people that do decorate probably want people to see it. Oh, this is kind of cool. It sort of looks like what you would expect the inside of the place to look like. It looks like they're also not done yet. There's a neat little booth here. This is crazy. This person plays like Minecraft or something. Like this is this is some from scratch Lego stuff. You guys called it though. It's pretty empty on the inside so far. Yeah. Let's go upstairs and see. Yeah, those are DIY stairs. I do think this is really cool. Like, obviously they've done a lot of work here to make this look reflective of the outside of the house. I think it's like a sci-fi stand. It's cool. Alright, I'm gonna go invade other houses. Patch. Using other neighborhoods Endeavor vendors? No, I think that was intended design. Wonder if there's a secret. There might be secrets. How many coupons do I have left? 65. I spent a good chunk of them, actually. I'm gonna look at your house. This is where we started, right? This is... yeah. 5 Twilight Bluffs. Apple trees. Okay, treehouse is sick. Oh my god, the ladder works. Oh, it's because it's fence. This is waning fencing. I'm thinking, how can I run up this ladder? It's never gonna let me run up it, but it does. Oh, this is adorable. Chaise lounge, rug, cheese, tea. This is a really nice use of the, like the canopies, the tents. Little stargazing section. That's neat. And then you can actually walk up into the tower. Is this built out as part of the tower that you can add on to the house? Or does it... I guess I never tried to get into the tower that you can add onto a house. Yeah, my house is cute, but it's not creative like this. I've used a lot of things as Ian intended me to. Nice little well. There's the Merlin plushie. This I like too, this little, using the curved tables to make like a little tree enclosure. That's cute. There's the wagon. Chicken coop on the house. That I do have. Let's go look around inside. Why don't I have the canoe outside? What's wrong with me? I should do that. Little mailbox. Some wind chimes. Oh, smart. I don't have enough stuff hung like on the house. Holy moly. Architectural Digest. Hello. Well, I'm glad I'm wearing a cute transmog, otherwise I feel like they wouldn't let me into this place. The built-in seating. The tree with the lantern clipped through the corner. Oh my god. I'm not playing the same game as these people. I don't know if we should say stolen ideas. I know it's your house, but like I wouldn't say stolen ideas. The you know, that's why they post stuff, is so people can use it, right? Acquired lap kitty. Nice. This is giving museum. You know when you go to the museum and they have like the little diorama? This is like, I expect there to be like a Homo sapien just like posed back there. This is so cute. Okay, so this is big. And then there's bushes on the front of it and then some lights. And then I need this thing still. I don't have that. My only fear is that it's going to make me feel bad about my house. Which is kind of happening. Look at the kitchen! Okay, so they've clipped an oven into the wall. This is the strangle kelp sack. I don't even know what this is. There's the dragon. There's the fork. Kind of a sink situation. Love the crate through the wall with the plants in it. Love the hanging upside. Is this not 5 decor bundle to take a tree, shrink it, hang it upside down, stick it in your roof? Like, ugh. There's a salad. This person eats salad. Coffee station. Very nice. Oh my god, there's placemats. There's rugs that have been shrunken down as placemats. There's Hearthstone cards. The salad must be a... Oh, it's the Caldori kitchen. Pushed into a table. That's so crazy. Sorry, I'm standing on your table. I want some cheese. I'm gagged. Every corner has so much detail and richness. Coasters for your drinks. This is a D&D setup, right? You've got like the screen in the book and a goblet, and I'm assuming these are intended to be dice. Is this not the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life? Oh, I'm upset. My insecurities are busting right out of me. Look, it's like a little garden. Sorry, I'll try not to turn on any lights or turn off any lights. Oh, the diorama corners are so cute. What is this intended to be? Bathroom? Sink? This is like a $5 million WoW house. I've seen a lot of DIY toilets. That's a first. It's giving magic broom. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm in your tub. I'm not sorry. I'm home invading. I feel like if I did this, I would be a different person. Like, I would stand up straighter. I would eat more vegetables. I would do, like, sun salutations at the crack of dawn outside facing the sun. Ooh, spooky corner. I want to look at everything on the tables. That's a jar. It's not a pear. I don't want to be in here. Did I come from here? I'm lost. This is the D&D room. What's upstairs? Having a guild competition for toilets? I'm mage porting it to the barons. That's why there's a window. Anyone teach you not to stand on tables? Listen, I'm a gnome. It's the only way I can see things. Oh, love this. Love this. Really nice. Oh. Oh, there's more than one bed. Oh. Pardon me. This is crazy. This is crazy. I don't even know how you did this. This is a DIY staircase. I can't even begin to fathom how this happened. Oh my god, this room's really cute. Can I pick a room? I want one of them. I like the couch. You've got like an office? You've got like a co-working space. Girl has an entire WeWork in her house. I'm so lost. I don't even know if I've seen all of it. That was what I first thought was the bedroom. Yeah, this is kind of like a whole bedroom space upstairs. I don't know how you did this. Room by room, probably a week? Oh my god. Love the marble floor in here. I feel like I'm at the museum. Also, I actually don't. I'm gonna have to press the exit house button. I don't know how to leave. So many beams, lots of anger. I don't know what to do with myself now. I feel a bit hollow. Bedrooms for my characters. I like your cow. If it's a free-range cow, then why does it have a collar and an earring on? She's sassy. Love her. Can't decide on a main? You can do both houses. Start in one. If you don't like it, start in another one. Alright, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna look at my sad little house and I'm gonna think about what I've done. 150k, farm a lot. Farm lumber, do crafting orders, sell a lot of items. Yeah. I still like my yard. I'm still happy with this. I'm so basic. Yeah, the yard's cute. This is a mess. Dang, darling, thanks for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. I mean, this one wasn't done. Oh, I also never put down a, maybe I'll like it better here. Let's put down an armillary. I don't know how people do it. Put a few things. Mayor added a few things. Thought how productive that was. I mean, it is. I feel like I like a house way more when I've put, like, just some stuff down, even if it doesn't get close to that level. Anya climbed under my desk to lay down, and she hasn't done that since she was a puppy. Aw. Yeah, it does lighting for the whole house. This room's a bit bright now. I think I might turn it down. Because I kind of did the house with the intent of it. I kind of designed it for default lighting. Yeah, the midnight one does like a blue fog. I think this is my nicest room, but it's not. Nothing is nothing is being anything but what it is. It's not very layered or detailed. I have no imagination. I don't have no imagination. That's not true. I don't know if I have enough imagination for this. I guess this is just what I would do with my actual house. My actual house looks not unlike this. Maybe with like less fantastical elements, but this is kind of what I do. Couch, chair, rug, coffee table. Instead of a fireplace, you have a TV. It's pretty much it. Crocked up this week if that motivates you for niffin'. Yeah. I should film a little tour so I can remember this bedroom by, because this is the only part that I actually like, is like this little corner, which really is, there's not much to it, or the bedroom corner. I think I'm going to change the light back to default. I don't really like the armillary in this house. It wasn't designed with it in mind. Housing add-ons? Homebound for sure. Yeah, it looks real dark now. I do like the mug. Oh, the grinder works. That's cute. You can click on it. Maybe not all the time. Spend my time making 1 or 2 rooms look nice. Let's go to my other one. Oh, I can't. Never mind. Maybe if I left a character out there. This poor Endeavours doing its best. This one player has been trying to really carry. Now that I have the sign, we can do a little right? Although, if I use it there, I'm gonna forget that I've used it there, and I'm gonna want to use it in my other house. I was so proud of this yesterday. Bless. Another winter weather advisory. Brandy Faye, thanks for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Hi Hazel, how are you? I'm doing alright. How are you doing? I was doing some Endeavours stuff today. I was working on getting my, I got my Guild Endeavour up to the first milestone. And then I went and joined a bunch of groups. And I bought stuff for my Guild Endeavour that had a later milestone done. I no longer need anything from the Grummel one. Love that hunter pet. Yeah, he's cute. I named him Kablooey. Best place to farm classic lumber? Lots of options. Where do I usually end up farming classic lumber? Dark Shore sometimes. I don't know if that's good though, it's just kind of where I've ended up. Not rare from Undermine. There are there's a lot of combinations of like bomb color and crab color. And you can kill mobs in Undermine to kind of try to force different ones to spawn. But it's just regular mobs in Undermine. Duskwood has a decent rate for lumber. Playing Hearthstone, my other monitor. Nice. I've been playing more and more Hearthstone Battlegrounds recently because they are really fun this patch. Outskirts of Elwyn? I don't know if I need to tour more houses to get more ideas or if I need to not ever look in another house ever again so I can pretend that this is good enough. Do I have like a Zandalari chest that I can put at the bottom of my foot of my bed here? I have a Skyhorn one. The Dragon's Horde one might kind of work. You should see my statue. BG's so fun, addicted to Tavern 2 balling. I did that for the first time last night. It was so stupid. It worked a real treat. I did it in duos too, so my partner also stayed on Tavern 2 and just fed me more ballers as Goya. And then I was playing Mutanus, so not only was I able to kind of do the thing, but I was able to use my Mutanus power to consolidate. Check more houses, take screenshots, make a virtual ideas wall. Oh, it just makes me feel sick. I think I have anxiety. This is all supposed to be fun. I think it would just be a shrine to everything that I'll never be. I think it's just going to encourage my despair. That's what happened with Animal Crossing. I like quit decorating Animal Crossing after I watched some videos of things people did with it. It completely took the wind out of me and I never got my wind back. Yeah, gotta restart. My other house needs restarting for sure. This one I think is fine for like a vacation house. I think this is an acceptable house. Like if someone in the neighborhood wanders in here, they'll be like, "Oh, this is cute." You know, it's got some stuff in it. It's not empty. Need a lot more windows. I think they'll add more over time. I was so impressed by the kitchen. Kitchen's something I really struggled with. Maybe I should do more browsing looking for ideas. Maybe I should just get comfortable with ripping ideas. Not like the castle isn't yours because you didn't forge the bricks it's made of. I guess so. I always get hung up on that kind of thing. I always want to make all of the components. And I feel like if I can't make all of the components, then I shouldn't do the thing, which is like a real fallacy. But it's something that crops up for me in various points of my life. That's why I make a lot of my own graphics, even when they're terrible, because I would rather have them be made than not. If it's not my idea, I feel like it's not mine anymore. And if the whole point is that it was mine, and it's supposed to be a showcase of me and what I can do, then it doesn't, I don't know, it kind of loses value. Guild inspires me to build more. Everyone should be happy with their builds. Everyone mine is Alliance mains who just wanted to see the Horde house and then abandoned it. Yeah. Never did Forbidden Reach and Dragonflight, kind of flailing around. Oh, you got a mount drop. Nice. Haven't seen the stick figures in a while. Yeah, I haven't needed to rip them out, really. I still have them in a folder, but the fights haven't needed that much explanation, and I've been getting better footage. So I haven't needed to approximate quite as much recently. I have a lot of budget. I've only placed 193 out of 3,180. Exposure therapy. Get used to the idea. But should I be? I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to let that belief go. I think it might serve me. I would vacation here. It's fine. It's not doing the most. I didn't want to put too much decor in this house anyway because I don't want it to be missing when I go looking for stuff to decorate my other house with. Wish they would have made lumber auction house friendly. Maybe. This home defense gadget keeps jump scaring me. Get hung up on the floor plan, admire folks that carve up a room and it looks like a full house. Yeah, I'm very impressed by that, especially when it's done vertically. Being able to like take a tall room and add make a second floor that in a room that wasn't a staircase room to begin with is kind of crazy. I don't know what I want to do. Well, we got lots of time to figure it out. I think I'm gonna wrap up for today. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do a Sunday morning stream. Maybe do a little more decor collecting, check in with some more class hall stuff maybe. Appreciate the company. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.